Hey guys, it's Robin. Thanks for tuning in. So, a couple weeks ago, I had mentioned that I had purchased this book for how much did I purchase it for? 16.99 Canadian. I think it might have been a little cheaper than that. And it was this book about Star Wars versus Star Trek. I have been going through it quite quickly and have finished it, and it is not a bad little read. Um, the author is a big, science fiction writer and TV show, a whole bunch of different stuff, and he actually gets an introduction done by Tuvok and by the person who played Boba Fett, so two very cool characters in their respective universes, and he goes through them and kind of decides who would win in these sort of things. Just to give you kind of a snapshot of it, he kind of does it by section. So, for example, in Starships, he gives it to Star Wars. Weapons, he gives it to Star Wars. Diplomacy and technology, I think, went to Star Trek. Some of them were a little more balanced. Just a really cool book, fun kind of read, very light. Even if you just look at it, like it's not very dense too. It's very open. Lots of little anecdotes. The beginning of each chapter, there's actually like a quiz about kind of what it is. For example, I'll read you one right now. Han Solo is from what planet? Tatooine, Coruscant, Endor, or Corellia? Another question here, just from another one, and the answer is Corellia, I believe. Darth Vader's voice was supplied by Samuel Jackson, Patrick Stewart, James Earl Jones. Obviously, you already know the answer to that one, James Earl Jones. Just a bunch of questions, which I did pretty well at. I think of the total, I think there's like 50 questions, and I think I got like 47 of them right, or 45 of them right, or some stupid thing like that. Major geek. So, kind of partly inspired by this, I want to do some kind of geek battle questions over the next few weeks. And I've had 3 that have kind of been in my head recently. So I think I'll explain them right now, let everyone kind of think about them. And then over the next 3 weeks, kind of leading up to the November into Christmas season, I will answer the questions, give you some of my opinions, stuff like that. And then hopefully closer to December, when it's Christmas time, I'm going to try to do a bunch of like board game and toy reviews, so that if you're looking for something for the geek on your list, I'll give you a few ideas that can actually help you out in that shopping. Alright, so the 3 questions that I had, the answer me these questions 3, and no, I'm not going to ask your name or your quest or the migratory path of a swallow. Question number 1. This one I actually have had in my head for a while, and it's because I watched the Batman Year One cartoon that came out 3 weeks ago now, I guess it was, or 4 weeks ago. And this question is basically Frank Miller versus Alan Moore. Who is the better comic writer? I see these two as the premium, the top of the list when it comes to comic book writers. Alan Moore did Watchmen, V for Vendetta, Batman Killer Joke, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, tons of other ones. Frank Miller is known for Batman Year One, Batman Dark Knight Returns, Sin City, and a bunch of other works as well. So which one of those, in your opinion, and I will give you mine next week, is the best? Question number 1. Question number 2, and this one was actually posed to me last night by a friend, and we were kind of thinking about it and talking about it. It kind of came up organically. Daleks versus the Borg. So Daleks are from Doctor Who. They're the ones that have the plunger sticking out of their face. I actually have a Dalek here, so I'll show you it when it's the week to answer that question. They're kind of the top of the Doctor Who universe when it comes to villains. I mean, even someone as strong as a Cyberman, they can get taken out by Dalek, no problem, so quickly. The Borg kind of represent the same thing in the Star Trek universe, with the exception of maybe Q, well, obviously Q, and maybe a couple other kind of species. They represent that. They're also very much robotic. They have human or organic elements in them, but they have that sort of hard exterior shell. Very interesting question. Who would win that battle? So I will do that the following week. And third, and we'll kind of lead into my Christmas idea thing, I'm going to do Battlefield versus Modern Warfare. Or Call of Duty, I guess. Which franchise is better? And I'm going to start way, way back with 1942, and I'm going to start with like the first Call of Duty game, and just talk a little bit about them, the pros and cons, who has better multiplayer online, who's got better campaigns, graphics, popularity, online play, the look, the customization, all those sort of things, and we'll try to go through that one and see which one of those is the best. So those are the 3 that I'm going to do over the next few weeks, but part of the fun about being a geek is doing this stuff. So if you have any ideas, my phone's going off. If you have any ideas, let me know. Tweet it, email it, Facebook it, whatever. Let us know what it is. And I think a friend who likes Dr. Horrible is calling me. So I guess for now, until we talk about Alan Moore and Frank Miller, I will say, so say we all.